For the third time in as many seasons, the Columbus River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds meet in the Continental Division Final. The last two times around, it's been the Thunderbirds sending the River Dragons home. Can Columbus turn the tables this year? The best-of-3 series starts tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons, Thunderbirds, coming up next. Welcome in, everyone, to the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me as we are in the Continental Division final round. Carolina, Columbus. It's kind of a tale as old as time when it comes to these two teams. They have met each of the last consecutive seasons right here in this very round, and the River Dragons have lost both times. Columbus comes in with a different look to the franchise, a little bit different on the roster side, and hopefully a new outcome on the ice. Last year, Columbus managed to take Game 1 of the series, but could not take Game 2 or Game 3. This year, Game 1 starts off here in Columbus on a Wednesday night. By the way, if you're thinking about coming down to join us, there's still plenty of time and tickets available for the game as we're dropping the puck here just past the top of the hour. But the River Dragons hosting the Thunderbirds in a pivotal Game 1. Columbus used a win a week ago tonight against the Athens Rock Lobsters to win that first game, then went on the road, lost Game 2 at Athens, but won Game 3 to clinch that series. Meanwhile, Carolina, a 2-game sweep of the Blue Ridge Bobcats, and quite frankly, Carolina had a pretty easy time in that series. So now tonight, the Columbus River Dragons are looking forward to giving them a stiff test here. And the winner of this series, this best-of-3, will move on to face the winner of Binghamton and Port Huron to play for the Commissioner's Cup. We've got plenty more to get to in our pregame show. On the other side of the break, stay tuned. We're going to get inside the numbers for this matchup here. Columbus and Carolina dropping the puck. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final Series starting just after the top of the hour. This is River Dragons hockey.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and we are looking forward to this series here tonight. River Dragons Thunderbirds kicking it off at the Columbus Civic Center. One of the big things that these two teams have always had throughout the rivalry, the matchup, the playoff intensity, both teams feature two very good goaltenders. And for the River Dragons, maybe down the stretch, it might have been a little bit who in question was actually going to pull ahead in the competition between Matt Batesian and Trevor Babin. But at the end of the day, it's been Trevor Babin who has anointed himself the playoff starter. And Babin here in the postseason has looked very good for the River Dragons. And right now, Babin's making not only the saves that he needs to make, but giving the River Dragons a couple of those acrobatic, athletic, big-time stops that they need to get from their goaltender. Sometimes it requires a little bit of a lunge, a little bit of a dive, a little second, third effort to get to a puck. And they've been getting that from Trevor Babin, and hopefully that can continue here. Now, the Athens Rock Lobsters certainly made life difficult on them, and it will be up to the River Dragons defense to try to make life a little bit easier on their goaltender. But that is no small feat against this Carolina Thunderbirds team, which really can bring the shots, the pressure in the offensive zone. This is a team that put a lot of points up on the board here so far in this playoffs. As I mentioned, they have barely been bothered. They have a 1.5 goals against average as a team, so they're only allowing a goal and a half, but they're scoring 4.5 goals a game. Columbus, however, is averaging 4.7 goals a game. And a big reason why has been the play of Alex Storjahan. Storjahan has become the River Dragons' playoff leader in goals, in power play goals. He has 4, all of his goals, in fact, on the power play so far. 6 points to lead this River Dragons team. Some timely scoring from Storj. And, of course, the huge game winner on the power play in Game 3 against the Athens Rock Lobsters. And so absolutely imperative for the River Dragons that, number one, they stay hot on special teams, but number two, that they're finding a way to continue putting pucks in the net. The other part of that is the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters played a very physical, penalty-filled series. Well, the Thunderbirds really didn't endure that much when they faced off against Blue Ridge. In fact, they only had 5 power play chances for in that series and did not score on any of them. Yes, you heard that right. They went 0 for 5 in those 2 games on the power play. Now their kill, 5 of 6. That's pretty good, 83.3 chances. But it'll be interesting to see if the series goes more the way of the Athens series with Columbus, where it was more physical, more time in the box, or if it's going to tend the other way with the River Dragons and the Thunderbirds maybe playing a lot of 5-on-5 here, which I never mind that in the context of playoff hockey. We're going to take a break in the pregame show. When we come back, it'll be time to talk with the River Dragons head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, and then we're dropping the puck on Game 1. Carolina and Columbus going head-to-head in just a little bit. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Can we park in the back?
We help people sneak Pepsi into places that don't serve it.
What if they catch us?
We have a sports car. Hey man, this doesn't make burger taste better.
Yo, what the f?
I thought Wendy was a ginger.
To enhance the flavor.
Where is everybody?
Sunday.
Do not make eye contact.
Nobody here wants your Pepsi.
It's really good.
Oh, that is good.
Say it into the napkin dispenser.
Here's some Pepsi for some extra flavor.
So get the f*** out. Come on.
Welcome back. Before tonight's Game 1 of the Continental Division Final, as the Columbus River Dragons take on the Carolina Thunderbirds, we're joined by River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard, and as always, it's brought to you by F&M Cigars. Boom, Game 1, brand new series here, but before we talk about Carolina and tonight, I want you to just take a look back at the 3 games against Athens. Pretty tough series.
Yeah, it was a tough, hard-fought series. You know what? I think both teams played really physical. I think our special teams won us the series. And again, it's not so much how many you scored; it's when you scored, type thing. So our penalty kill was really sharp, and our power play seemed to be clicking at the right times. And you know, I think we were a little bit more disciplined than Athens throughout the 3 games, and you know what? I think we went through a game and a half of, you know, the home game we played really well, did everything we needed to do, and then the 2 games up there we got off our the first game and a half we got off our game a little bit, and you got to give them credit. They worked hard and they did everything they could to disrupt us, but kind of figured it out and got the puck in deep and went to work.
With your playing and coaching experience in a postseason, when a team has to really battle to get through like the River Dragons do versus Carolina that kind of skated through their opening series fairly easily, does that make a difference heading to the next round?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know, other than maybe them not having to exert all the energy that we did to get there. So, you know, with Carolina, they're an experienced team. They have pretty much the same team as they've had the last 2 or 3 years. So they know how to win. They know what they need to do. So they've been through it already. And you really can't, you can't take away that experience. That's so huge or whatever. So, you know what, I mean, they know what they need to do. I think our last 2 games against each other, we split, but at the same time, I thought we performed really well, and I think we have an inkling of what we need to do to you know, move forward.
Really seems like the River Dragons, I mean, it was a rough middle of the season, but kind of putting it together now towards the end. What is it you like about this team right now heading into the series?
Well, I think everybody's kind of bought into, you know, we don't have to kill people out there, but I think everybody's playing fairly physical. You know, we got to win. I think, you know, a combination of winning foot races to the puck and then, you know, being smart when we do get those, either winning a battle or dispersing the puck right away. I think our decision making has been fairly good. Hasn't been perfect per se, but for the most part, I think the guys, they realize how we need to play. And then you're always going to have, when things don't go well, you're always going to have those tendencies of, you know, trying to do too much individually on your own. And I'm like, I got to go, I got to get this and whatever. And, you know, if I can manage their excitement as far as that and just, you know, keep on getting in their ears, guys, it's together. We're a 5-man unit out there. We have puck support. We need 3-4 guys around the puck all the time.
So knowing that, and look, there's no real mysteries with Carolina and Columbus, right? I mean, you guys have faced each other so many times. What is it then that you need these guys to do to give them that little bit of an edge?
Well, you know what? I think it's just execution. They all know what we need to do, and I would say 75% of the time they try to make probably the right play. But it's just execution. I mean, I can't have a 50-50 and not going in. I need 75%. I need 75, 80s, and 90% completions on execution type thing. So if we execute that way, and you know, our shot process, our shot selections are good shots, and you know, any shot's a good shot. But you know, let's make these goalies work and put it in areas where it's tough for them to make the save. So if you miss where you're shooting, it's going to be a rebound, and hopefully we have some guys around the net.
Well, that's a pretty good lead-in for our keys to the game.
Lead into the game. You know what? I think first 10 minutes is huge. Again, you know, they're a team that likes to hold the blue line and stack the neutral zone. So as of right now, we need to push them off the blue line, and get the puck in deep and go to work. And then on the defensive side, they're a lot like us. They're a puck possession team, but they know how to release the pressure in certain areas and all that stuff. So you know what? We will, excuse me, we'll kill any hitting penalty there is. Be disciplined. I know Athens, I thought we were the more disciplined team. These guys are a little bit more disciplined. They have Mr. Schnapp that likes to stir the pot and always have his hand in your face, not really do anything, but just there and just enough to provoke guys. So we need to be disciplined on that and make sure that we stay out of the box.
All right, Boom. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Back with the drop of the puck. Game 1 coming your way. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have the real deal. Applebee's really big meal deal for only $9.99. Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' chicken sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We know exactly where our product is coming from. We make it in store.
What makes Brewster's ice cream the best is the fresh ingredients.
Making fresh makes me happy. It's fresh made every day at the store.
I wanted to be the person making the product because that's the important part.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
Yes, by request, Dennis Meredith, our very own here at the Civic Center. The boys requested him once again for game one, so Dennis Meredith back on the anthem here tonight. All right, we are getting ready to go for game one. It is the Continental Division Final, the third straight year these two teams have met in this exact same series. And Columbus hopes to come out on top this time as the River Dragons meeting with heartbreak in the last two, but it's a different River Dragons team now. No Josh Petrantonio at the helm. The captain had his number retired in a ceremony earlier this year, and Petrantonio himself, a former Carolina Thunderbird, a champion with both teams. And it's a different leadership core led by Kirk Underwood, who now wears the C for this hockey team. Certainly the story in goal has changed. That's a little different as we take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. Starting in net for your Columbus River Dragons, it's going to be number 72, Trevor Babin. He's 2-1 with an .899 and a 3.69 goals against here in the postseason, opposed by Mario Cavalieri, the other 72. He's 1-0 with a .950 save percentage and a 2.0 goals against average. We are underway. River Dragons wearing red, white for the Thunderbirds as Carolina trying to push in, but Hunter Bersani on Gus Ford knocked it away. And the puck into the Thunderbirds' end again. They'll tip it in from center. No icing here to start this one out. River Dragons, well, odd kick there, but it worked out. Went to Bersani, lead ahead on the left wing side, trying to catch up to it as Jamath banked off the wall. And Bersani trying to steal that puck back behind the net is Zach White. He'll wheel it ahead on the right side. Columbus already looking to start a change here as Ford backhands in from center, and the Thunderbirds will do the same. Just 40 seconds into game one. River Dragons on the breakout here, looking up the left side. Thornton's pass is deflected away. King at center, but he put it right to Wickline. Now ends up all the way back with Thornton. In from center, dumps it in wide of Cavalieri on the right wing. Doe with a backhand and a bouncer that goes wide of the net. Around to the left point, Thornton. Long shot, tipped on goal, saved Cavalieri off the goalpost. It's free. The rebound is pushed behind the net. Oh my goodness, it got through Cavalieri and hit the post. Thornton again with a shot waved at on the blocker side. Puck to the line, Lind will glove it down and keep it in. Lind into the corner, Storjahan feeds it to Lind. Lind looking in front, Lind had a path there, decides now he's going to try to go in front, went off the skate of Lane King, the former River Dragon here. Lind on the right wing side with it. Pokes to the point, Storjahan with a long wrister and a glove save. Cavalieri will hold on. Good buzz out of that line here. That line has been hot for the River Dragons here in the postseason. We told you in the pregame show, Storjahan leading this team in scoring, 4 goals, all on the power play. So he leads the River Dragons in goals and points. He has 6. Cody Wickline, meanwhile, not too shabby. 3 goals of his own in 2 games. And, of course, Austin Doe just healed up enough to get back into the lineup for Game 3 against Athens. As the Thunderbirds win that draw in the defensive zone, they're able to push it on in. And the crowd immediately finding their favorite target, number 6 in white. Schnapp always draws, let's say, the attention of the River Dragons faithful. Puck tipped in the Carolina end. It's turned over in the slot, but that one hopped away from Justin McDonald. Played down now. Plouffe pushed back beyond the Columbus net. He'll go out the left side, and he's got some room. Skating through center, lost it. Turned over right side. White trying to move back in wide, looking to swing it up top. Put it off Slahetka. White into the high slot. McDonald, he's got Moore on a lead, trying to flip it to him. Moore is going to get there first into the corner. Moore will flip it around to the far side. Ryan Hunter on the wing. All the way up to the left point, circling the blue line, leaving it off for Underwood. Underwood's shot is tipped away into the netting, and we will get a whistle. 2:41 into this first period. River Dragons Thunderbirds scoreless here in Game 1. Game 2 will be on Friday night. in Carolina, 7:35 on the puck drop in the Eastern Time Zone. And then if necessary, Game 3, don't forget they start early in Carolina on Saturdays, 6:05. So make sure you're here with us for that one. Draw to the right of Cavallari, pulled back into the corner. King trying to bump it around. A bouncer comes down right at the blue line. And on the left side, here's Kramer carrying it wide with a wrist shot. Babin is able to hold on to that one in his first test of the hockey game. Lower degree of difficulty than what Babin might otherwise expect out of the Thunderbirds, but always feels good to get that first save under your belt. Draw coming up to the right here of the River Dragons net. Spun around the wall by Bockwell, tipped out to center, and ahead comes Doherty. Doherty on the left side trying to wheel his way in, pushed up by Keelan. Cavallari out for a stroll. He'll play it around. Underwood pinching from the right point. Doherty around to the far side. Ford will pick it up there. He'll get it to center. Columbus trying to push it back in. Ends up with Ford again. He'll flip in on the left wing corner. Go after it. He and Bockwell behind the net now. Bockwell around to the far side. Jamaev punched it across. Ford's going to get there first. Ford knocked down by Bersani on the near side. And now Columbus 3-on-2 here. Underwood left side now 3-on-3. Jamaev, Underwood curls back up top of it. There's a long shot in on Cavallari. He makes the save, and Kennedy moves it away from Doherty on that forecheck there. Dumped in from center. Both teams will complete the change here. And the River Dragons on the regroup. Left side, there's a bank pass towards the line. Not out. Storjahan. Right wing to Lind. And it's turned back in from center by Farmer. Thornton behind his own net after it. He'll wait back there. Now up the right side, his pass deflected, but it does get to Wickline. Wickline punched it in. Right side, Storjahan up after it. Tied up in the right wing corner. Played away from Wickline. Kramer the other way. His pass across. And Panachik on the right side. Try to throw it back, and that one tipped to the line. Storjahan ahead looking for Doe. Did he get a tip to it? No. So that'll be an icing call. Columbus River Dragons playoff hockey is brought to you by Spakes Home Improvement, Door Specialties Inc., GFL Environmental, Dr. Joseph Arnold, Columbus Diagnostic Center, F&M Cigars, Pro Motors, Brewster's Ice Cream, Wellstar Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zelmo Zippin, Vector Ply, Largeman Dental, and Advanced Towing. Face off to the left of the River Dragons net. Connor Lind is going to move this one ahead. Pushed down to the left wing. Storjahan trying to move it ahead, and now it is dumped in from center by Austin Doe. Wickline goes up after it. Puck off the back of the net, and he couldn't quite get to that one. River Dragons are going to put out McDonald, Hunter, and Moore. Ooh, dangerous kick behind the net, but it hit the back of the net, fortunately, while Babin was out there. And a bunch of interesting bounces to start this game off the puck board so far. At center, Plouffe on the near side. It was a warm day here today in the high 80s. And, of course, it's always humid in Columbus, Georgia. So when you get heat and humidity, that is never good for the ice. And they did the best job they possibly could to get this ice ready for the game. And it's actually in pretty decent shape to start things off here. Now, the question will be, how's it going to wear as the game goes along, of course. Cleared out to center, Plouffe chasing it. I can tell you from up here in the press box where we sit directly in front of the air conditioning vents, the air is definitely on. There's McDonald on the right side and behind the net. Cycling to Moore. Moore, Hunter, kicked it, went back the far side. Left wing corner, wrapped up by King, knocked down by King, pops back up, flips it along, left point. Slahetka looking for a seam, his shot, missed the net. Plouffe pinching right side to the goal line, in front of the backhand, Cavallari the save. And that'll get us to our first time out of the period. 6:03 gone here in the first. We are scoreless in Game 1, Continental Division Final, River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
First period action here. The River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. Still looking for the first goal of the game. 6:03 into the opening frame. Want to say hello to everybody watching us on the YouTube side of things here. And I know we may be picking up some stray fans from other FPHL teams. We certainly welcome you to the broadcast. Kept into the right side by Jamath. Backhand on net save Cavallari. Pulled out on the far side. Thunderbirds look to leave the zone. They'll wedge it out. All the way back in the line. Underwood tried to glove it to himself. Lost it to Kramer. Up top forward with a drive. And there's a blocker saved by Babbitt. Now behind the net. Onto the near side. Kramer. Tried to throw it in front. Blocked. Came right back to him. Kramer ran into Bockwell. They collide. Puck at the left point. Shot coming in there. Save made. Rebound away to the far side. And now the River Dragons look to move this to center. Getting to the stripe and dumping it in is Jamath. Kennedy, far side, chip to the line and out. Thornton will toss it right back in. Justin Somro up after it. He's out there right now with Storjahan and Doe. Now he'll head out here as Wickline takes his place. Panachik trying to lead for Pastuca on the left side. He swings it in. Babin out to throw it near side. Pastuca wanted to shoot before Babin got in, but a nice play by Cody Wickline to tie up the stick. Farmer at the left point can't keep it in. Fired ahead off the toe of Wickline's skate. He chases into the corner against Farmer. Doe over digging for it. Wickline. Doe. His backhand to the front of the net was blocked by Salak. Pastuca on the right wing ahead. Panachik at center. Had it poked away. Following up the play, though. Salak trying to get to it. Thornton lost it to Salak. Salak into the slot. Here's a shot and a diving block there. Puck in the corner as Wickline hit the deck. Thornton will pull it back down. Thunderbirds racing off for a change here. And onto the right wing side. It'll be tossed in from center by Lind. He's going in to get it. Right in front as it kicked off the puck board, but Lind couldn't quite get there in time. Boy, had he not been held up top by Jordan Gagnon, he might have been able to get there. Farmer will bring it back through center. On to the left wing side, Farmer. And looking for a chance. His shot was deflected away by Plouffe. Flips it to the line, and it hops over the stick of Schnapp out to center. Also want to take a moment to say a special hello to Andy Mursky. I know listening in or watching in Rochester, New York. Andy, hope we're able to elevate your day a little bit. Slahetka on the left side, into the right wing corner. I know winning helps a lot of things. See if the River Dragons can pick up a huge Game 1 win here at home before the scene shifts Friday night to Carolina. We're coming up on 9 minutes in. Here's a break in behind the D and a chance, and they score. Forehand, backhand as White snuck in behind the defense. He puts it over the outstretched right pad of Babin. And Carolina, first goal of the game. White took that pass at the line in stride. 8:59 time of the goal. And for Zach White, that's his first goal of the playoffs, third point.
20, Zach White, assisted by number 4, Joseph Kennedy, at 8:59 of the first period.
Kennedy, the only assist on the goal. There's a chance coming in, tipped on goal, and Babin gets run over. Now who's the penalty going to be on is the question here. as the pushing and shoving will start early. Is it going to be Clay Keeley? I believe so. Or is it going to be both? They might take them both. Looks like they're going to take them both. Well, maybe not. Jamath is just going over to the referee's crease. So it is Clay Keeley going in. So the River Dragons will have their first The Loft power play of the series. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at The Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. 9:18, time of the penalty, goaltender interference on Keeley. River Dragons power play overall 5 for 13 in the Athens series, 38.5%. That is the best among all teams, whether continuing to play or not, in these FPHL playoffs. Second on the kill for the Thunderbirds, 5 of 6. They are 83.3%. They'll start with a draw win and clear it on down the ice.
Interference at 9:18 in the first period as Keeley's been.
Columbus on the regroup here. They'll bring it ahead. Storjahan down low. He's got 4 power play goals. McDonald, right side. Storjahan to McDonald. Across the ice to the left side. Underwood moving it to Ryan Hunter. They will cycle on that left wing. Hunter turning in the slot with a shot deflected right into the abdomen of Cavallari, and he holds on. Face off to his right. .121 to go, and the penalty against Clay Keeley. Storjahan in for the face-off here. And Underwood stumbles there. Puck is pushed out to center, and Storjahan has to chase it. River Dragons trying to figure out their regroup here. McDonald ahead. Here's Kyle Moore on to the right wing. Storjahan off a skate with a bouncing puck on the right side. Lost it to Kennedy, who fires it down. Under a minute to go in the man advantage. Just past the halfway mark of the first period, 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead on a goal by Zach White. First power play for either side here right now. Columbus is just having trouble getting into the zone. Push back down the ice. River Dragons back after it. Moore will hook it across. Thornton will carry it in. Thornton down the left side. Has options behind the net. Now gives it to Wickline left point. Wickline to Slahetka on the right point. Across, Thornton, Wickline far circle. Wickline looking, feeds it down low. 14 seconds on the power play. Slahetka on the near side, up top to Thornton. Thornton back over Slahetka. To his left, across Thornton. Thornton, backdoor feed, Doe with a shot! And that one deflects off traffic in front as the power play comes to an end. Jamath picks it out of the pile, leaving it up top. Fed to the left wing side. Shot coming in. That one missed on the glove side. And now a race back the other way. That will be won by Slahetka as the Thunderbirds reset their lines. Jamath will swing away and head to the bench as he leaves it off for Slahetka onto the right side. Thornton chips ahead onto the right wing. Somro looking in front, but Doherty chose to go to the high slot instead of continuing to the back post where the pass went. Underwood will throw it in from center. Around the rim it goes onto the left side. Bersani cuts off on the half wall. Feeds it down low. Doherty back up, trying to push to the point. Instead, it's Pastuca on a rolling puck. Ahead to center, Salak in over the line, and that is offside. And offside brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Reservations now required, so make yours online anytime, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Get lined up at Old School Barbershop. 7:56 to go in the first. 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead. This is River Dragons playoff hockey. At GFL Environmental, we deliver the solutions you need to stay green for life. Our diverse services include front-load bins for commercial waste collection and roll-off dumpster rentals in a variety of sizes to handle all of your waste disposal needs. Choose GFL for your solid waste handling needs because everyone wins when we take care of the environment. Count on us for safe and efficient environmental service. Call 706-322-8923 to find out more today. Green today, green for life.
We know exactly where our product is coming from. We make it in store.
What makes Brewster's ice cream the best is the fresh ingredients.
Making fresh makes me happy. It's fresh made every day at the store.
I wanted to be the person making the product because that's the important part.
$7:56 to go in the first. 1-0 Carolina. Game 1, Continental Division Final. Game 2, the scene will swing to Carolina on Friday night, 7:35. River Dragons trying to win Game 1 here at home. Start the series off on the right skate, but so far they trail by a goal. They push in on the left side. Lynn chasing it in behind the net. Lynn going after it. Puck squirts free up the near side. Pastuca will tip it on and get it right back. He coughs it up to Austin Doe. I'll tell you this, if the River Dragons are able to keep that physical game going, I like their chances here against Carolina. Pastuca with a shot blocked. And now Columbus the other way. Doe feeding it on the right side of Wickline. Wickline kind of lost the handle there as he came to the blue line. And that will thwart the rush. Whalen dumping it in from center, from behind center. Well, that's kind of an unnecessary icing right there by Carolina. Lazy play, but that icing brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Face-off coming up to the right of the Thunderbirds net. McDonald, Moore, and Hunter out for the River Dragons, along with Plouffe and Slahetka on the points. One back by McDonald, Slahetka onto the left wing side. Moore will send it around. Behind the net, McDonald picks it up, looking to tuck it in front. Hunter was picked up. McDonald shot off the outside of the net. Chance in front again, ends up with McDonald. McDonald through a screen, blocked. Puck up top, Plouffe back to McDonald. His shot, Cavallari save. Moore up top again to Plouffe. Plouffe across McDonald. One-time save. Cavallari paddles a rebound away. And now it's cleared out by Pastuca. Plouffe will chase it. River Dragons did a nice job taking advantage there, but just couldn't put the puck away. Here's Hunter on the right side. Rubbed down on the wall there by Nate Keeley. And now Moore knocks his man down in the corner. Just takes that puck back. Lost it in the pile, though. And now up comes Butita. Butita ahead, now mini 2-on-1 developing. Swept across, but Slahetka blocked the pass. Put right back in front, and now Plouffe will flip one ahead, and will it bounce on goal? No, that's an icing call as he missed the net with it. Maybe a little miscommunication there as to which way that one was going to go, but Columbus now has the defensive zone draw, and a little bit of a half-stitched line out there, certainly a tired unit. Carolina's going to send out Ford along with Kramer and White. White has the goal here, and McDonald steps forward and gets tossed out of the face-off. Well, no, he does not. He'll be allowed to stay. Puck tied up on the dot. McDonald able to get it out, flips it down, knocked down with a high stick at center. Carolina can't really play it, and Columbus is fine with that. Farmer does go for the touch, and that allows the River Dragons to go ahead and change up the personnel. It's a nice, fortunate sequence right there for Columbus. That allows them to put out Jemayeff at center, Doherty and Somro on the wings. And Balkwill and Underwood, the D pair. Ford and Jamea for the face-off, while Doherty and Kennedy are exchanging pleasantries on the near side here. Thunderbirds able to move it out to center. Underwood on it. Trying to turn it the other way. Popped up in the air over the head of Jamea. Went right back to Underwood. Underwood with a rolling puck. Settles it. He'll backhand it in. Around the far glass. It kicks to the side of the net. Cavallari left it there. Move to Kramer. Kramer cross ice outlet. Here comes White. White up the right wing. Weaving with Ford. On the left side now. White looking. Backs up in space. Feeds it to the right point. Fed to the right wing corner. Centering attempt is tipped away, but kept in again at the right point. This time a shot. The Babin makes the save. Puck to the near side. Kramer tried to funnel it in front, blocked by Underwood. Doherty in his own slot, moving it towards Somro at center. Somro, Pastard leaves it back to the D. That one is turned right back. I don't think Clay Keeley realized how much time he had. Kind of rushed that effort the other way. But the River Dragons will take it because they get the puck back. Under 5 to go here in the first. 1-0. Carolina in the lead. That dump in hit, though, didn't actually make it into the zone. Wickline pushed it across, but Carolina on the regroup here. They'll move it ahead. Storjahan trying to backhand it away. Wickline will just pop it into space. And again, all the way back. Lane King this time for the Thunderbirds. His pass ahead, tipped back towards Lind. Lind hit Pastuca with that dump-in attempt. Moved ahead on the left side. Salak turned back by Thornton. Thornton. Now it's knocked in over the line. Left side. Pastuca tied up by Doe. Salak. Pastuca in the left side corner. Salak with it on the left wing wall. All the way to the point now. Keeley keeping it in. Wraps it around. Goes to the far side. Storjahan has a moment. Feeds it right side, and now Lind is going to rush up ice. He's all by himself, and he gets taken into the boards by Clay Keeley as he gets the puck deep and now turns to go for the change. McDonald will step up and force the play out the near side. Here come the Thunderbirds. Right side dumped in Kennedy, leading the rush all the way around behind the net. Tried to swing it in front. That was blocked. Schnapp with it. Near side, a wrist shot, and that's tipped wide. Behind the net again, here's Baker on the near side, banks it around to the left point, and past Kennedy, down it goes. Kyle Moore will challenge Kennedy, who gets it across. River Dragons trying to forecheck aggressively here, but you have to be careful not to get burned odd man the other way. It's a delicate balance. Plouffe tried to move it into space. Keeley blocked it. Plouffe on the right side. By the way, there are 2 Keeleys for the Thunderbirds. If it sounds like a guy named Keeley is everywhere. Clay Keeley, number 7. Nate Keeley, his brother, number 21. Plouffe on the right side. Push past him. Left wing. Here's Ford moving in. Cutting to the slot. Wrist shot. He sent it wide. Underwood trying to bump through a couple of collisions there, and McDonald got knocked down from behind. River Dragons ahead, though, 3-on-3. Here's Ryan Hunter sending it to Somro, trying to put it in front, blocked by Ford. Around to the left side, Bersani into the high slot. Hunter backing up his shot, tipped behind the net. Now side of the goal, Bersani trying to get to the puck. Hunter still out there trying to make something happen. Puck bouncing at the left point, and Bockwell has to take it out. 2:15 to go, and here comes Columbus right back in. Bersani, oh boy, if he'd have taken a look. Jemaev was on the left side streaking. He just didn't see him. That could be a big moment in this period. Puck played back towards the Carolina bench. They'll cycle it back to the D zone while trying to finish a change. Puck played by a high stick. River Dragons will regroup. Thornton spinning away from Salak. Gets it across Lind onto the right side. Somro back across to Thornton. Thornton steps around one. Brings it ahead. In over the line. Into the skates of Somro. Somro couldn't hang on to it there as Panachik knocked it away. A roller to center. And that's jammed back into the zone. Bersani up on the forecheck. After Keeley. Left it right off the back of the net. Farmer forced to the near side. River Dragons trying to attack here, but the puck swept out to center. 1:20 to go here in the first. Tipped in. Salak after it, but Thornton will beat him to it. Slahetka out there. Is Columbus in the middle of a change here. A bouncer escapes, and now Wickline up. 1-on-1. Driving in the left side, waiting for help. He leaves it off. Storjahan with a shot, and another one that leaks through Cavallari, but it went wide. Zlatka left side. Storjahan to the near side. Wickline trying to throw it in front. It ends up on the left wing. Wrapped around to the near corner, under a minute to go. Wickline behind the net. Storjahan had to hop over his stick. King put it right back into his skates, though. Now it went right back to King. And the Thunderbirds at least able to get it to center. Plouffe racing back. Nate Keeley on him. Leaves on the left side to Schnapp. Doe behind the net. Onto the left side, and Columbus will just take the wedge out. Get it to center, 30 seconds to go. Thunderbirds quickly on the regroup. Long shot coming in well wide of the net. Around it goes to the right side. White put it towards the front. Zlatka tipped it behind. Kramer on the left wing. Kramer cycling it down. White back in front. Wanted Ford. Couldn't get it to him. Now lead to center. Here's Moore chasing after a puck on the left wing. Moore tried to step through a check. Kennedy got his body in the way there. Here's Doe after it. Won't get there in time. That'll do it for the period. And so 20 minutes into this one, a pretty good flow to this opening 20. But unfortunately for the hometown fans, the only goal of the frame belongs to the Carolina Thunderbirds. And so as we step into the first period sunset, River Dragons find themselves down by 1. And we find ourselves heading into our first period intermission report. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the scoring. We'll wrap that up for you, as well as a look inside the numbers here. And then, of course, we've got our Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard. Not a busy night in the league, of course, as we're the only game getting it underway here tonight. Binghamton and Port Huron don't start their series until Friday night. But in the meantime, the NHL, the Major League Baseball scoreboards, well, they're fairly busy. So we'll talk to you about that. Braves fans, let's see how the Atlanta Braves are doing for you. So stay tuned. That and more coming your way. 20 minutes in, 1-0 Carolina. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have the real deal. Applebee's really big meal deal for only $9.99. Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' Chicken Sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
And we are back here in the first period intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, everybody, as we're 20 minutes into Game 1 of the Continental Division Final between the River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. It is a best-of-3 series. Game 1 here tonight. Game 2, the scene will shift to Carolina and the Annex up in Winston-Salem. And the winner, well, maybe determined Friday, might take a Saturday, right? So that Game 3, if necessary, so 7:35 on Friday, if necessary, 6:05 on Saturday, also in Carolina. I would not be shocked if this series went 3 games. There would be no surprise in that whatsoever. These two teams always play each other so close. Regular season, postseason, and the dislike, the competition, all of that has always been there between these two teams. Just like these two guys going at it here on musical chairs. Huh? But you can only have one winner at the end of the day. All right, let's take a look at the scoring wrap here from period number 1. Only one goal to tell you about. At 8:59, it was a really nice pass from Joseph Kennedy right near his own bench to a streaking White who cut in behind the D, and for a moment there, it looked like Zach White might not be able to pull free, but did then clear the defenseman and really started stick handling before he got to the hash marks. And I think Trevor Babin was trying to anticipate which way the move was going to go. And the more he stick handled in, the more it kind of got Babin a little seized up. And so when White did go to the backhand over the right pad, he had a decent amount of net to hit, and he hit it. And that's his first goal of the postseason at 8:59. Kennedy still the only assist on that marker. And it's 1-0 after 1. The only power play of the period belonged to the River Dragons. Clay Keeley went in for goaltender interference. Other than that, it was a fairly calm period out there. I mean, not that there weren't hits and checks thrown, but just wasn't a lot of the animosity yet and the pushing and shoving. But don't worry, I'm sure we will get to that. These two teams are known for that. It will happen. So 0 for 1 for the River Dragons. No power play chances for the Thunderbirds. Shots in the period, though, did favor Columbus. 9 continue that and keep that volume of shots up and try to find a way to get a puck in the net against this Carolina Thunderbirds team. And Mario Cavallari, who was very solid in the first period, although Trevor Babin was solid in the first period for Columbus as well, just not tested quite as often as Cavallari. We'll take a break. When we come back on the other side of it, time for that Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard, so stay tuned. We'll catch up on what's going on around the world of sports. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing, amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
And we are back on River Dragons hockey. Game 1 here of this Continental Division Final Series. River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. It's 1-0 Carolina after one period of play on a goal by Zach White. Turning our attention to the out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by Zelmo's Zippin'. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. 3 games in the NHL tonight. No other games in the FPHL. That Binghamton-Port Huron series kicks off on Friday when we will be playing our game 2. After one period of play, Canadians and Capitals are scoreless in that series, and that is game 2 with Washington up 1-0. Game 3 between the Stars and the Avalanche, that is underway tonight at 9:30 Eastern, and that series is tied up at 1. Meanwhile, the second game of the series between the Oilers and Kings drops the puck at 10 o'clock tonight. And the Kings lead that series 1-0. Boy, that was a thrilling finish to that game 1, as LA really had to hang on. But, hey, got the win in the playoffs. That's all that matters. Baseball right now, taking a look at a couple of finals from earlier today. It took 10 innings, but the Mets beat the Phillies 4-3. 5-2 Reds over the Marlins. 5-1 Yankees topped the Guardians. Tigers shut out the Padres 6-0. And yes, Braves fans, you won today. 4-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Games going on right now. Bottom of the first inning, Jays and Astros are scoreless. Top of the fifth, Nationals 3-1 up on the Orioles. Bottom of the fourth, Mariners 4-0 over the Red Sox. Bottom of the third, Dodgers out to an early 2-0 lead over the Cubs. Bottom of the first, White Sox Twins are scoreless. Rockies and Royals have a delayed start. They were supposed to get underway 10 minutes ago. And then 9:38 first pitch, Pirates are at the Angels. 9:40, Rays at D-backs. 9:45, Brewers at Giants. And 10:05, Rangers are at the Athletics tonight. And that is our last start of the evening in the world of baseball. So again, here we're 20 minutes into it, and I want to let you know that our pest of the game is brought to you by Cook's Pest Control, and big surprise, it's Jacob Schnapp. So Schnapp, number 6 for the Thunderbirds, is our pest of the game, brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. We appreciate their sponsorship and helping us bring you River Dragons playoff hockey. All right, well, the Zamboni is out there on the ice doing its thing. And we are going to step aside for our final break of the intermission. When we come back, we'll be anticipating the puck drop on second period action, skating 5-a-side. As the River Dragons 0-for-1 in the power play. Thunderbirds have yet to get a chance, but we'll see what the second period brings. Hopefully for the River Dragons, it brings at least a goal or two as they trail 1-0 after 1 in Game 1. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmos, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmos Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
And we're back getting ready for second period action. River Dragons, Thunderbirds. Columbus and Carolina, classic rivalry. And once again, meeting for the right to go to the Commissioner's Cup final. Game 1 tonight. After one period, Carolina has a 1-0 lead. Columbus is going to roll right to left in front of our broadcast location for period number 2. Looks like Bersani, Jermaine Somro will get the starting nod. And they'll be against the Ford line. River Dragons win the draw. They'll dump it in and go to the attack to start the period. Up the right side, Kennedy trying to knock it away. Play with a high stick by Columbus. That's going to be a whistle. Just 15 seconds in. So they'll drop it just outside the Thunderbirds line. Face-off one back this time by Carolina. Kennedy, though, put into the glass by Bersani. Dumped in, Underwood after the roller, sweeps it around to the near side. Jamav, threw the slot dangerously on that tip, but it was cleared out. Thunderbirds on the regroup here on the right side. Roller into the Columbus end of things. Underwood trying the near wing. Kept in up top by White. White into the body of Jamav. Jamav trying to push it ahead, lost it, trying to get through King. Now it's picked up Somro, wheeling his way in. Chasing it on that right side, but banked away from him as Columbus starts to change. That one, look out. Cleared across off the stick of dough and out of play. Got a little souvenir over there. Couple rows deep to a fan from Phoenix City, Alabama. Doe, Storjahan, and Wickline up front. Face off is one back, and here's Slahetka on it. We'll swing it across, and now the return to the left side. Storjahan will dump it in. Wickline up after it. Cavallari out to play it. Pushed it up the far side. Keeley on the reverse. King waiting for it. Trying to move it ahead, and it's tipped out by Pastuca. Chip back off the glass the other direction. Ends up at the River Dragons line. Salak lost it. So now here's Brody Thornton. Firing it in on the right wing side. Out to play it. Cavallari swings it around the far side. Glass. Over in the right wing corner, Salak trying to leave it off. And it's bounced down the ice, chased by Slahetka. That'll be an icing call. And that icing brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Well, speaking of Brody Thornton, I have to catch up with him because we were talking about different flavors of M&Ms, and apparently there's peanut butter and jelly out now. I was curious about them because I love peanut butter, but I'm not that curious. And he was looking for them. I found a bag of them out in the wild, and I left them for him earlier in the week. But one, I didn't bother to leave a note saying it was from me. And number two, I just want to know what he thinks of them. And I kind of want to try one, but I don't know how I feel about it. So I kind of wanted the book report first. So we'll have to catch up at some point, 26 and I. Which is different from 26 and me, I think. Pushed over to the near side. Here's King chasing after it. Here's Moore trying to walk in front, and he's tripped down there by King. A little slow to get up, but puck away to center. Here's Panachik. On to the left wing side. Salak cutting in, and he's knocked down. Puck continues towards the net, and now is pushed away in the crease. Columbus back the other way, 3-on-3. Hunter, right side. Moore to Hunter. Tipped wide of the net. McDonald, puck right at the side, smothered by Cavallari. Cavallari had to hug that right post and trapped it with the paddle down between the stick and the pad. I will say this, the referees so far early tonight have let most things go. We've only had one power play in this game. And the River Dragons power play has been red hot, so actually I think that favors Carolina to not have penalties called. Wickline trying to win this drawback on the left side. It's pushed behind the net. Wickline after a loose puck, backhand up top, a shot! Oh, glove save, Cavallari right in front on Storjahan. Boy, what a point-blank chance for Alex Storjahan, and Cavallari got the mid on it. Face-off will be to his left. Push back towards the line. Columbus trying to keep it in. It bounces near side. Baker with an outlet to center. Schnapp moving it ahead, and Thornton turning it right back. Wickline hooked up, but able to one-hand it free. Baker turns it back in as Babin leaves it behind the net. Thornton will wheel back in behind the cage here. Reset the breakout. 3:05 into the second. Columbus through center. Here they come on the right side to Doe. Doe back on the wall to Wickline. Wickline looking in front. Storjahan with a tip save. Cavallari, and he'll pull the rebound in and hang on. Hard to hear the whistle here. With a face-off to the left of Cavallari, though, the River Dragons are going to put out Bersani, Jemaeff, and Doherty. Draw tied up Doherty, tried a quick shot. That was blocked by Clay Keeling. Here's White on the right side, getting it out to center, and now Ford. On the left wing, Kramer trying to cut in. Kramer high slot, finally stick-handled himself right out of it. Left side, here's Plouffe trying to jump up, pursue that puck. It's sent back the other way. White, Bersani got him from behind. Forced to the far side corner by Kramer. Centering attempt blocked by Slahetka. White off the left side wall out of the pile. Pass tipped, rolls its way out of the zone. King will dump it into the right wing corner, and around it goes. Babin stays put. Left wing side, here's Salak. Plouffe on him. Doherty now pucks out of the net. Oh, centering feed for Panachik. He couldn't connect. Down for the right point, Kennedy. Works it all the way down. Stops in the corner. He's tied up there. Panachik trying to help out. Cycles it low again. Columbus, here's Jemaeff on the wall with a backhand bouncer. That is chopped out by Bersani. Diving for it, can't get to it. Jemaeff playing it to himself off the dasher. Panachik stole it back. River Dragons the other way as Bersani's knocked down by Whalen at center. River Dragons will head to the change here. 4.5 into the second period. Still 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead. Dumped in a bouncer. The Babin will elect to play aside here. He actually just wanted to get the face-off. He kept waiting for a Thunderbirds player to come in. I think the referee's having a discussion with him. He really wanted him to move the puck, and he wasn't covering it, but by the same token, Columbus, I think, just wanted to get the whistle, so I think you just kind of take the warning there, if that's what that was for Babin, and get the face off to kind of reset your lines. That's a smart thing to do. It's not quite a timeout, but it is a controlled draw. Even though it's in your own end, you get a line change out of it. Maybe reset the balance a little. Columbus, however, after controlling the draw, can't put the puck onto the zone yet. Finally ends up with Bockwell back in that right side corner ahead. He missed Kyle Moore. That's going to be icing. 5:13 gone in the second. Face-off will come back into the River Dragon zone when we come back. 1-0 Carolina, Game 1, Continental Division Final. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home. And we are back. Second period action here. 5:13 gone. 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead here in Game 1. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by Columbus Diagnostic, the official imaging center of the Columbus River Dragons, and by Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official home comfort partner of the River Dragons. Face off to the left of Babin. Columbus will control, skip it off the glass, and it does get to center. Fired right back in. Babin will glove it down, leave it aside for Bockwell. Bockwell out the right side, looking ahead. Pass knocked down by McDonald. Drifts away from him, though, and is sent right back out to center ice. Bockwell trying to get over on it there. It's turned over to Moore. Moore, left side, McDonald. McDonald in over the line. Now lets a long shot go. Cavallari the save, and he'll hang on. Moore going to the front of the net and trying to engage a couple of the Thunderbirds here. Hasn't been a lot of that. There were a couple of hits in the beginning of the first period, but for the most part, this game has not been that physical, which is a bit of a surprise, especially considering how physical the River Dragons series against Athens was. Not that you mind seeing 5-on-5 hockey being played, but I will say this again, you look at the power play numbers. Thunderbirds are 0 for 5 on the power play. The River Dragons are 5 for 13. That's almost 39% here in their first series in the playoffs, so certainly you'd like to see the River Dragons with more chances. There's a quick shot, save Cavallari, and the rebound is under his pad. He's got that smothered. But also, that's in the best interests of the Thunderbirds then to play a conservative, controlled game and to not take the bait. Doe, Storjahan, Wickline out there, along with Plouffe, and it's one back to Slahetka at the left point. He'll leave it on the left side. Storjahan's got room, walks in with a shot towards the front of the net, deflected away by traffic. I think he was looking for Doe on that back post, just couldn't get it through. Storjahan will swing it around behind the net, side of the goal. Clay Keeley out with it. Baker at the line, pushed back in offside. Columbus tags up. Wickline pursuing as the puck played up the wing out to center. Plouffe will fire it right back in. Around to the near side, here's Storjahan tipping it on to Wickline. Wickline tried to push it back towards him. Boutti to the line, and Slaheka long shot, and a glove save there on that rising puck by Mario Cavallari. Cavallari and Boris Babic have alternated the first two games of their playoff series against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Thunderbirds captain John Butita didn't like something. Closed the door with some sauce not once but twice over there. .6:21 into the second period. We're waiting to get everybody lined up for this face-off. McDonald in across from Panachik. And McDonald goes right at the crease with it, poked away by Cavallari before he could get to it. Hunter, left side, puck to the left point, and that's knocked past Doherty. Back the other way. Here's a chance to Salak on the backhand, fed it back across in front, out the other side. So Scott Doherty's taking a turn on defense here. Pastuk on the right side, here's Salak into the slot, a backdoor chip, and that one is stopped by Babin. Pass for Hunter picked off by Panachik, turned right back, but stolen by McDonald. Justin McDonald breaking into the right side. Into the skates of Moore. McDonald behind the net, all the way out the near side with it. McDonald all the way up top, crashing down the left point is Thornton. Thornton pinned up on the boards. There's nobody over to help out. Kennedy stole it away and does get it over the line. Hunter's got to wait. He'll flip it back, and Doherty back on D with it. Kyle Moore just kind of kept getting in the way there. Hunter on the right side, in with a chip right across the goal mouth. And McDonald, I'm not sure if he wanted him to go to the front of the net or not, whatever the communication was there or lack thereof, but unfortunately they were pretty close to one another and might have developed into a different scoring chance had they've been a little further apart. So here's Thornton going the other way. On the right side, he bowls his way through into the right wing corner. Up on Farmer, they tie up together. Jemayev trying to help out in the pile. Pulled free near side by Gagnon. He's going to send the outlet to center now. 3-on-2 for the Thunderbirds here as they work in. Cross ice feed, White right back in front, but that's paddled away. And now Columbus can break back. Here they come up the right side. Left up top for Thornton. Thornton in the slot. And Bersani was right behind him. I think he thought he was going to the right wing. Puck turned over there. White going the other way. In for Carolina with a wrist shot. Save Babin. Rebound. Ford with a try. That shot blocked out of play. .8:20 into the second. 1-0 Carolina. And Columbus is indeed missing a defenseman here. So you've got Underwood and Bockwell out here. Oh, I believe it's Connor Lind. Because Thornton was just out there with Doherty, taking a regular wheel there. So I don't think they've slid Doherty back to defense on purpose. It's just that Connor Lind is not on the bench right now here. And we'll have to see if he makes a reappearance here in the second period. Underwood up the near side, looking to move this one along. Sturgeon with it. Back across. Boy, it's a tough one for Columbus because of how well he handles the puck. Left siders Baker moving back in, looking in front. A shot, Babin save, rebound off the skid of King. He lost it. Columbus the other way, 3-on-2. Left side, Sturgeon as Wickline Doe feeds Doe over with a wrist shot. He scores! Austin Doe goes low, blocker on Cavallari, and this game's tied at 1. What a great shot from Austin Doe. He picks his corner low to the stick side, his first goal of the postseason. And it comes at a critical juncture here as the River Dragons get back in this one. Boy, that is absolutely huge. Wake this building up.
Dragons goal scored by number 17, Austin Doe. Assisted by number 4, Alex Sturgeon. At 8:55 of the second period.
Sturgeon, the only assist. Icing against Carolina. Brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Sturgeon picks up his team-leading 7th point of the postseason. Now 4 goals, 3 assists. And Doe, his first postseason goal. Face off to the right of Cavallari. Whalen. After that loose puck. I'll tell you what, Columbus, even in Game 3 against Athens, they were down 2-0 after the first period. Came back to win that game. Really a 3-2 game with an empty netter to make it 4-2 in the end, but the River Dragons have fought back. Here's Thornton, left side. Played around behind the net to McDonald. McDonald tried to bump it in front. That was kept behind by Panachik. Salak on the left wing. Hunter after him, puts him into the glass with a pass at. Here's Panachik trying to move in. Thornton swept it off his stick as it's ramped around behind the net. Doherty over after it. Doherty just bullying his way up the wall, pushes it free to McDonald. McDonald ahead. Here's Hunter trying to cut in behind the D, but it's knocked off the stick by Gagnon. Turn back in. Hunter left side. We'll get there. His line mates are changing as he's pinned up by Farmer. Trying to steal it back now. Gagnon back in behind the net. Farmer lost it side of the net. Bersani jamming away, and it went off the cage and behind it. Farmer, near side, White, cross ice feed, deflected away by Plouffe. He'll chip it back into the near corner. Past the halfway mark of the second period. This game now tied at 1. White will drive it in. Babin couldn't slow it down back there as it bounced past him. There's a shot coming in. Babin with a save from the left side as Kramer let it go. In a game this tight, no shot is a bad shot. Want to let that puck go, get it on net. Yeah, make the goaltender make a save. Sometimes they miss. Also, sometimes there's a rebound. Jemayev on the right side working his way in. His wrister, that's tipped. Ends up near boards. Left points Lahetka. Sends it in. It banks around to the far corner. Jemayev after the rolling puck. Onto the near side to Somro. Somro letting it go. Thought he had backup there. Bockwell arriving a little too late to pinch. White will chip it down as Columbus trying to finish that line change. On the left side. Pass a little too hot for Bockwell to handle. Somro stays up on the forecheck for a moment here. And now Lane King to the line, but turned it over, and it's turned right back over to Baker. Bouncer on the left side, Butita. Down low, King tried to hurry it in front. Played towards the line, and that's held in with a long shot in. Sticked aside by Babin. Rebound behind the net, Butita out the near side. Fed it off Storjahan to the right point. Kennedy dancing with it. Puck bounces, off a skate and just past the far post. Butita, off-angle chance, that is blocked. And Columbus ahead. Somro's finally going to get to the bench. Left side, Storjahan. Cross ice for Wickline, who's out there with fresh legs. Wickline to the right wing, sending it into the corner. Wickline battling Storjahan now. McDonald out there on this change. That's how long Somro was trapped out there. Puck played onto the near side. Wickline trying to cut it off. Works its way free. Baker to center. Hit Butita right in the back. Nate Keeley drifting in over the line. Left side trying to go wide around Doherty. He's pushed behind the net. Baker rolls it in front. Puck in the slot. And we get a penalty coming up here. Going to be a slashing call. And I think that's going against Columbus. Tell you about it when we come back. 7:23 to go in the second. Tied at 1. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500. Just text Enroll Zelmo. You'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah, on any D-A-Y, I need C-F-A.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Back here in the second period with 7:23 to go. The penalty indeed does go against Columbus. It is Doherty for slashing. So the River Dragons onto the kill for the first time in the series. 0% on the power play for the Thunderbirds in the playoffs so far. They are 0 for 5. Columbus would like to make them 0 for 6 here. River Dragons kill meanwhile. Did pretty good against Athens. 86.7%. They were 13 of 15. Thunderbirds at the right side. Here's White. White backdoor shot. Oh, what a stop by Babin as he robbed Schnapp with the right pad there. Schnapp tried to center. That one deflects out to the line, not out of the zone. Kept in now. Here's White. White trying to walk it in. He'll curl. Up top to Ford. Ford through traffic. Save Babin. No rebound. Well, that was a big stop on Schnapp earlier. Probably the hardest save we've seen for Babin here in this game. Hasn't had a ton of work. That shot there by Ford was only the 10th one he's faced in this hockey game. So Columbus definitely helping out their goaltender defensively. But we're still tied at 1 here. And there's 1 minute 21 seconds to go in this penalty kill for Columbus. Doe tying up in the circle. Slahetka tried to push it ahead. It ends up with White. And the Thunderbirds will go to work setting up again. Kramer on the left side. Schnapp is behind the net. Towards Kramer. Schnapp gave it up in the slot, and Doe is able to get it down. Carolina moves it on the left side. Kramer lost it at the line. Doe will bank it down, and now the River Dragons will get two new forwards out there. White ahead, and now there's Butina in, and it's swept away. Nice play by Thornton. Puck right to the front of the net is batted out of the air by Slahetka. And Bersani, if he could have got that pass forward on the bounce, might have had a chance at a shorthanded break, but unfortunately for Columbus, didn't quite work out that way. They do get the bank cleared down by Storjahan, though. That allows them to change up the defense here. 15 seconds to go on the power play as Panachik in on the right wing. Panachik behind the net, out the far side. Solak back to Panachik. Doherty on his skates, ready to get out of the box as it's cleared down one final time, and that will do it. Carolina drops to 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Here's Solak, challenged by Underwood, pinned up on the wall there. Underwood just pushing him right up towards the blue line. And Underwood finally able to push it out to center. Good battle on the wall there. Fired in from center. Babin tried to slow it down. And both Ford and Underwood go down in a pile far side. Looks like they're both all right as McDonald out to center off the shin pads of Moore. A roller down the Farmer. Into the corner. Tries to settle. Farmer left side. Outlet to center. Blockwell. Tapped on. Finds McDonald. Flips it off the dasher. Gagnon run into by Moore. Cross ice feed. White moves in. He has Ford with him. Goes back across. Kramer with a shot and a right pad save there. Babin getting the pillow flat. McDonald pestered. Lost it. Kramer back down to Ford. His shot. Babin again save. Juggles and he holds on. 4:22 to go in the second. Tied at 1. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
We're back here. Game 1 action here in Columbus. Lori Lee sending her regards from PMB Broadcasting, of course. On Boomer. Love having the guys over on the stations there on Mondays. And Lori is gracious enough to host us on her show. Also get a chance to talk to Brian Thomas and Dave Arwood. And of course, you know that our main man in the morning, Bear O'Brien, likes to have his chats with River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard. They just kind of do their own thing. Whenever they talk, and that works for us. Keeley into the corner after the puck, pushed around the near side by McDonald. Well, Lori's here. I think she brought the Boomer van to the game here tonight. Slahetka chasing it around to the far side. He'll backhand that one out to center. Farmer trying to get to it. River Dragons in on the right wing. Here's Moore. Put right in front, pushed away to the corner by Gagnon. Swung around towards that left point. Plouffe steps down, but the puck eludes him. And now, odd man situation here. Schnapp, left side, moving in, feeds it across, but the pass up in the air. Gagnon couldn't knock it down. That allows Columbus to clear it down. Hunter chasing it. Will he beat out the icing? He does. Runs in to that left side corner, but had no support over there. Everybody else had gone to the bench. Ryan Hunter was up by himself. And now it's turned over right outside the line and back in. Storjahan pushing onto the right side. McDonald, who turned away to stay back on that shift, and now McDonald's going to head off the ice. Doe heads on. Sent in by Clay Keeley onto the right side into the Columbus end. Austin Doe has leveled this game at 1 here in the second. That's where we are as we approach 3 minutes left to go in the second stanza here. Swung around the glass towards the line, and it is kept in. Around the dasher, far side, Doherty after it. Across to Storjahan. Storjahan with a backhand lift on the right wing, a bouncer. Wickline trying to get it, can't. Rolls free, now Storjahan steals it away. He moves in, he's got room in with a wrist shot, sent it to the glass. Looked like that puck might have hopped on him. Wickline on the right side. Try to feed it down low, put it right into the shin pads of Lane King. He gets it across, Pastuca pestered on the near side. He sends it down, that's icing. With 2:23 to go in the second. River Dragons hockey is brought to you in part by Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons, by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the River Dragons, and by Zelmo's Zippin, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. Well, don't forget, season tickets are on sale now for 25-26. Visit the River Dragons office or call 706-507-4625 to join the Inside Edge Club. Payment plans are available, but if you want to get on a payment plan, you have to give us a call and talk to a rep. Again, it's 706-507-4625. Benefits include merch discounts, buddy ticket vouchers, exclusive events, and more. Puck out to center. Here's Salak, left side. Trying to work his way wide. He's got room out there on the wing. Gives it in front, and that one is tipped to the glass. Near side corner off the stick of Bersani. Bersani trying to work it free. It ends up far side. Somro takes a look. Gets it ahead to Jamaev. Jamaev had it hooked away by Panonchik at center. Now right back in. Here's White. White in. Wrist shot set high. Somro on it again. Trying to clear. Second effort does get to center. Driven right back in from there. Babin will leave it behind the net to Underwood. Underwood to Balkwill. Balkwill sent it out and had it pushed right back in by the Thunderbirds. Down to minute 35 to go in the second period. The River Dragons better be careful here. This has got that little bit of a lull shift feel to it. And that's when you end up giving one up late. There's a shot side of the net and off the outside of the post by White. Kennedy sending it down low forward side of the net. Balkwill on it. And he'll just fire it down. A bouncer, and that one fortunately will not have enough gas or icing. Columbus gets a much needed change. Well, the River Dragons are struggling there for a while. Tipped in, and Babin's going to leave it aside. 1 minute to go in the period. Pushed ahead to the line. Ryan Hunter in the body, pushing it down towards McDonald. Keeley took it away from him, moved it ahead to White. Thunderbirds tried to dump it in, didn't get much on it. Slahetka doing open wing. Kyle Moore trying to catch up with it. Ryan Hunter over there, and now it'll be Keeley again with a bank pass ahead. White, who's still out there on the shift. It's dumped in. Finally, Thunderbirds will get a change. Babin's going to backhand it around. Slahetka collects. Left side, his pass blocked by Butita. Now he pushes it back down the ice. 25 seconds ago is Farmer trying to move it ahead for Carolina. Keeley, wrist shot, save, and Babin's going to collect the rebound and hold. 16.8 seconds to go in the second. Boy, Columbus has got to be careful not to take a nap here. Just get through the end of this period. Keep it tied at 1. You're playing at home. We got plenty of time left in this hockey game, that's for sure. But again, no Connor Lind here in this second period. Haven't seen him come back, so see if we can get an update on him. Face off to the left of Babin. Ford against Doe. Ford wins it back to the right point. Gagnon down the wall with it. Feeds it in behind to Ford in front. Gagnon is stopped at the near post. Thornton on it. Flips it behind the net. Wickline. 7 seconds to go. Let's see if they can just chew the time in the corner. Looks like they will. Is Doherty over there to make sure that happens. And the period comes to a close. But not before. Carolina got a couple of good chances at the end there. So I think for Columbus, the timing was very good to run out of 20 minutes. Boy, the River Dragons, and it has ebbed and flowed. This has been a very good game. A lot of 5-on-5. A lot of back and forth. So I don't think that the expectation shifts at all for the third period. Columbus did allow the Thunderbirds to jump into the back half of that second period, but the River Dragons, and I mean, Carolina can say the same thing in its locker room at this point. It's just a matter of who's going to come out and control play more often, who's going to win those battles on the wall, who's going to be able to keep that possession and get those shots. And at the end of the day, it feels like it could very easily turn into a one-goal game here. It's pretty tight, not a lot of select chances, and you just got to take what you're given right now by playoff hockey. So 2 periods into it, we're tied at 1. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have that scoring graph for you on the other side of it, so stay tuned for that. And also, we will take a look at the Zelmo-Zippen out-of-town scoreboard. 1-1 through 2 periods of play. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have the real deal. Applebee's really big meal deal for only $9.99. Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' Chicken Sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
And we are back here after 2 periods of play. 1-1, game 1. You kind of knew it was going to be close, didn't you? Carolina and Columbus. Last couple of seasons, these two teams have been fighting for the right to play for the Commissioner's Cup. No different this year. Right back at it again after Carolina beat Blue Ridge in round 1 and Columbus took down Athens. I don't know. This is the kind of series that I think, especially if there's a lot of 5-on-5 play, we haven't had a ton of scoring chances, although, again, Carolina got the last 5 shots of the period and really had the pendulum swinging their way towards the end of the frame. And, again, a good thing, I think, that Columbus got to the intermission when they did. But the River Dragons also now, what could be a main point in this game, depending on how things go here, no Connor Lind, at least in that second period. I don't know if we'll see him any later in this game at all, but that unto itself is a big miss for the River Dragons because he is a very good puck-moving defenseman and can really skate the puck up. And, you know, if he needs to, he can throw the body around. So we'll see if we might see Connor Lind in this game. If not, maybe being held out. As I mentioned, Scott Doherty has dropped back to fill his spot defensively alongside Brody Thornton. And we'll just keep an eye to see if he comes back out for the third. But in the meantime, let's take a look at that second period scoring summary. The River Dragons were trailing 1-0 heading into the period. And they finally got on the score sheet at 8:55, and really a great shot from Austin Doe. Alex Dorjahan feeds him a pass, and on the right side, Doe, just inside the top of the circle, fires a wrist shot, and he goes far side, low blocker on Mario Cavalieri, and finds the net. Great shot selection by the veteran Doe, and it ties the game at 1. Shots in the period. As it turns out, as I mentioned, really Carolina took the momentum back towards the end. 10-6, they outshoot Columbus in the period, but for the game, we're tied at 15. Power plays, nothing for Columbus in that period. They are 0 for 1 in the game. 1 power play for the Thunderbirds, and they are 0 for 1 with the man advantage as well. So that's a look at our stats and numbers from the second period, and, well, tied at 1 heading into the third and playing at 5 aside. And again, we really haven't had it get feisty yet. That's the other thing. I'm kind of interested to see how this is all going to go. Are we going to see more pushback? Are we going to see the intensity ramp up a little bit? Right now, it almost feels like both teams are maybe playing a little conservative even here in this game 1, trying to feel each other out, which is interesting when you see each other so many times in the regular season. But hey, playoffs is a different animal. So we'll see what happens in this next 20 minutes here, but we're tied at 1. 2 periods into it. Come on back and join us here. We've got a Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard coming your way, so stick around for that. And then, of course, we're going to drop the puck on third period action. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? How about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing, amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
And we're back here in the second period intermission of Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. Tom Callahan here with you, and pretty good crowd on hand here for a Wednesday night and short notice here in Columbus, but River Dragons fans always do a great job of turning out. Now, if the River Dragons do advance, and I'm going to look down the road a little bit here because I want to prepare you, keep an eye on ourdragons.com, the website, also on our social media. And maybe you can make some plans if you weren't able to get here. And I know Wednesday nights can be difficult. Midweek games aren't ideal. But if Columbus does manage to make it into the final, hey, just so you know, I mean, there will be home games again coming up here. And just kind of put a little, maybe in pencil it in for yourself. The following week, obviously this series will continue on into the weekend. Friday for Game 2, Saturday Game 3 if necessary. But the following week is when the Commissioner's Cup final will begin. So just keep that in mind. And the way it would work out is if it's Binghamton that would face Columbus, Binghamton has home ice advantage. But if it's Port Huron, then the River Dragons have home ice advantage in that series. So interesting, very interesting. Could go either way. So you never know. I mean, Port Huron got very good towards the end of the year. I'll be very interested to see how that series goes. Not that I think that Binghamton is fallen off by any means, but that should be a good series. At least that's what we're all hoping for. All right, taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by Zelmo's Zip, and Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. On this Wednesday night, you got the Capitals with a 2-1 lead over the Montreal Canadiens late in the second. Strome and McMichael scoring for Washington. And Christian Dvorak the goal for the Canadiens. 9:30 puck drop, so about 45 minutes from now, you've got game... Oh, by the way, that series Washington leads at 1-0. Series tied at 1 for the Stars, and the Avalanche are dropping the puck at 9:30 Eastern time. And then at 10 o'clock, Kings with a 1-0 lead on the Oilers in that series. And that is a 10 o'clock, that's the last game on the West Coast for the start tonight. Major League Baseball, several finals from earlier today. And the Braves took care of the Cardinals 4-1 today. Tigers shut out the Padres 6-0. Mets 4-3 over the Phillies. How about the Mets? 7 in a row now. 5-2 Reds over the Marlins. 5-1 Yankees over the Guardians. Game's going on right now. You've got the Astros 3-1 up on the Jays at the end of 4. Top of the 7th. Nationals 3-1 up on the Orioles. Top 7 as well. Mariners 7. Red Sox 2. End of the fifth, Cubs 7-5 over the Dodgers. Top of the fourth, Twins 1-0 over the White Sox. Rockies and Royals are still in a delayed start. They haven't postponed it yet, but they're still in a delayed start. Late starts tonight, you got Pirates and Angels, Rays at Diamondbacks, Brewers at Giants, and Rangers at the Athletics. All right, when we come back, third period action tied at 1 after 2. Stay tuned. The exciting conclusion of Game 1 coming your way. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
All right, third period action. 5-on-5, River Dragons rolling left to right in front of the broadcast location. Off we go as the River Dragons tipping on into the left side corner. We've got a Connor Lind update coming your way in a moment here. Somro into the slot. Bersani falls as he tries to one-time it. And the puck cleared out. Blockwell back after it. He'll feed it over to Underwood. Somro right side, here's Bersani. Bersani, long wrister, safe Cavalieri, and he hangs on. Jamayev looking for a rebound that was not there 24 seconds in. So Connor Lind will not be back in the game. I'm told he's okay, but is, at least as of right now, not due back in the hockey game. So he is getting checked out, but more for precautionary reasons, perhaps not coming back in this hockey game. King knocked down in the corner by Bersani as he tries to play it up the near side. Here's Healy to an open wing as it's jammed down back towards Underwood. Underwood to Somro. Somro into the skates of Jemayev. He lost it there. White back the other way. Right side, White slides it across, blocked by Bockwell. Fed to the near side to Ford. White try to go high near side. Save made there. Rebound up the slot. And Somro ends up with it. He'll feed it ahead. Tipped down there by Jemayev. Good stop by Babin. He could see that that shot was going to come up on his right shoulder, and he rose up against that post to cover it. Storjahan chasing, but Cavallari will get there first and deflect it away to the far side. King still out there. Oh boy, side of the net. Cavallari had to poke it away again. King is tied up by Wickline. And now Pastuca moving it ahead. At center, thrown right back in, and Wickline's lost his helmet on the play. He has to leave the ice. Panachik will clear it out, hit the linesman though, and Doherty will put it right back in. Doe moves up after it. Doe leaning on his man far side, pushed around in behind the net. Kennedy will try the right side as it's tipped out to center. Salak on the left wing. Salak behind the net, drives all the way around, tried to leave it up top, came right back to him. Thornton will rub him out in the corner. And bounce behind Thornton off the glass. Salak back into the battle, of course, again. Moore will backhand it out of the zone and now race up the left side. Here's Ryan Hunter. Hunter wrapping it around, and he gets rubbed out there by Kennedy. Whalen back the other way, and now the Thunderbirds will dump in. Schnapp going to get it in there against Plouffe. Plouffe bumps him off and plays it up the wall to McDonald. Here comes Columbus. Left side leave for Hunter. Across McDonald in the slot. His shot hit his skate and ends up in the far side. Also broke his stick on it. Left wing, that one is tossed on down. Keeley going after it. Babin out to play it. Put it right back into him. Works its way around near side. Columbus to center. Hunter. Bumped there by Farmer. Lost the puck. Yeah, the River Dragons here going to elect to go for the change as it's brought ahead and now turned over. Somro pulled down at center. That's going to be a penalty on the Thunderbirds. Otherwise, Somro might have had a break, but he had the skates yanked right out from under him. Gagnon doesn't like it, but I thought that was... I tell you what, it really has taken a very clear and obvious penalty to get a call here tonight, and I think that fits the bill. For the most part, they've let everything else go, and that's playoff hockey. 3:12 time of the tripping call. River Dragons on to the Loft power play for the second time tonight where they're 0 for 1. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons tickets up for a 2-for-1 deal on cover only at the Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. Slahecka's shot blocked by a diving Schnapp. Puck to center, but the River Dragons push back in. Doe into the slot. Ooh, it eludes Wickline. Jemayev after it to the line. Held in there by Slahecka, but it had his pocket picked by Ford, and the puck sent down the ice. Babin's going to leave it at the side of the net. And Columbus will push up the left wing. That one leaks ahead and turned back the other way now. And Panachik on the right side has a chance here off angle. Babin, shoulder save. And now Cody Wickline. Pulled down by Salak, but he got the puck ahead on the left side to Jemayev. Jemayev curls, waiting for some help. Line change in progress. Wickline down to the right wing half wall. Into the corner. Columbus hasn't had much time to set up yet. Here's a chance. Wickline. Slahecka, quick shot, save made in front as it deflects across the goal crease and is sent down the ice. Columbus will change up the power play unit here. With 49 seconds to go on the man advantage, here comes Kirk Underwood. Underwood skating in ahead with speed. In on the right side, leaving it off. Moore fires it around the rim, and Underwood was taken out, and now a penalty coming up again on Carolina as Clay Keeley came up high there. They're going to call it interference. Well, the River Dragons are going to go to a 5-on-3. That's just an undisciplined penalty right there. 4:36 time of the penalty, so now it is 37 seconds of 5-on-3 for Columbus. And the River Dragons power play, which as I mentioned coming into tonight, 38.5% in the playoffs. 5 of 13, this is a dangerous chance. Callahan is out there. He's got 4 power play goals in the playoffs so far. He wins the draw over to Hunter. Here's Underwood. Into the corner. Gets it back up top. Underwood over. McDonald shot. Tipped in front. Just missed. Callahan on the near side. Up to McDonald. His shot again deflects wide off a leg. Callahan pressured. Tried to swing it across. It's cleared out by Pastuca. River Dragons have to hurry. This 5-on-3 now down to 10 seconds. McDonald in on the left side, leaving it for Hunter. Sends it across. Moore in behind the net. Farmer after it. It's going to go to 5-on-4. McDonald side of the net. Up top, here's Underwood in the high slot. Back across to Moore. It is 5-on-4 once again. Kyle Moore. Underwood over to Hunter. Hunter has to settle it. Couldn't shoot. Underwood lets it go. Rips it to the glass. Bouncing puck in front. McDonald right up the slot with it. And it's cleared out by the Thunderbirds as it bounced just past Callahan. Babin will leave the puck off. As Columbus again. Partial change on this power play unit. Moore still moving it ahead. Moore to the line. Poke checked off his stick. Thornton trying to keep it going. Now the other way. Here's White looking for a shorthanded chance. Knocked off his stick, but keeping it going. Kramer fed it through the middle. Nobody there. 40 seconds ago on the power play. And now Slahetka looking to move it ahead. Slahetka in over the line. He'll take a wrist shot. That one deflected to the glass at the back of the net on the way. Jammed right to the crease. Jemaev couldn't get a stick to it. And it's cleared around the rim and out. 20 seconds to go on the power play here. And the River Dragons are going to have to score off this rush if they want a power play goal out of it. This is a big kill for Carolina. Here they come. Here's a chance. Left side in. A shot. Cavallari save. Rebound. In the crease. Over to the backhand. Wickline scores! Cody Wickline, a power play goal with 4 seconds left to go in the man advantage. And Columbus takes a 2-1 lead. Oh my goodness. Just when it looked like Carolina was gonna get through the woods, Cody Wickline, his 4th goal of the postseason, is huge. River Dragons take the lead, 6:33 time of the goal. Utter chaos in front of that Thunderbirds net. Cavallari down. Couldn't find the puck. His defensemen were in there too. Big pile on the near side, and it was Wickline finding it in the high slot, able to backhand it home.
River Dragons power play goal scored by number 10, Cody Wickline. Assisted by number 17, Austin Go, and number 7, Justin McDonald at 6:33 of the 3rd period.
Well, now it'll be interesting to see how the tenor of this game is going to go, because you know the pendulum will swing back for Columbus. So they've got to be careful not to take a penalty here. We're going to get to a break. We'll talk more about that when we return. 6:51 gone in the 3rd. 2-1 River Dragons in the lead now on a Cody Wickline power play marker. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected. all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have the real deal. Applebee's really big meal deal for only $9.99. Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' Chicken Sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
Two-one River Dragons, 6:51 into the third. Cody Wickline, power play goal, his fourth of the playoffs. Cody Wickline is so hot, and he is just as hot as Alex Storjahan is right now. Keep it going. Keep those sticks right in the fire. Thunderbirds are going to have to press now, and it looks all of a sudden like Carolina's found another gear on the shift. Kind of interesting that they weren't pushing the pace, and now they're going to try to, well, turn it up. So the River Dragons out there with the big line as well, McDonald, Moore, Hunter, and Blackwell and Underwood. This is the potential to really now push the pace, push the energy up in this game, whereas I think it was a feeling out process for, well, 47 minutes or so. There's McDonald dumping it in from center. Hunter up after it. McDonald on the right side trying to steal it away. He does. Into the slot. Quick shot. Oh, deflected on the way in off the tip of the mitt. Now Cavallari in front of backhand. There's McDonald stopped right in front of the net. Oh, my goodness. It hit the tip of the mitt of Cavallari is where I was going with that. And then the puck was centered right back out in front again. So Columbus might trade some chances here. Thornton in wide. Cuts it around onto the near side. Feeds it to the right point. Doherty lets it go. Traffic in front. And it's cleared away. Columbus doing a really good job of getting bodies to the front of the net right now. Jamaev racing back in. Jamaev cutting in on goal. Save Cavallari, rebound. He couldn't get to it. Bersani had a whack. Couldn't get it either. Back come the Thunderbirds. Forward into space. Turned it over at center. Here's Somro left side. He's got room. Walks in back door for Bersani. Tipped over top of the net. Bersani goes into the net. And at least Bersani hopped around Cavallari. Like he kind of did the old contort the body, miss the goalie thing. So as a goalie, I appreciate that. I hate when guys use it as an excuse to just barrel straight into you. I also don't like it when my own defensemen run guys into the goaltender. 8:31 into this third period. It is a completely different feeling in this building right now than it was 10 minutes ago. It is completely different. River Dragons score to end that power play when it looked like Carolina might get through the end of the penalty kill. And then all of a sudden, now the energy picks back up. Cavallari is complaining about something, although I cannot tell you what. Because his gestures were not very defining. Baker trying to throw this one down from center. Plouffe chasing after it. He's got Butita on him. Played back out to center ice. Yep, now the hitting's going to pick up here. The checks are being followed through on, but what's funny is still Carolina is turning the puck over at center. There's a chance in on goal. Oh boy, save Babin. Right on that near side as it's played out by Wickline. Nate Keeley got a rough ride into the dasher there as it's banked right back down. Babin will leave it off in the corner. Here's Slahetka trying to slide away from Butita, reversing it around. Jammed around the near side. Slahetka picks it right up in the air, and it comes down on a play. Well, John Butita, the Thunderbirds captain, trying to go out there and throw the body around, lead by example, get his troops fired up. And so Pastuca, Panachik, and Salak back out there. The River Dragons are going to counter with McDonald, Hunter, and Moore, but Justin McDonald with a word for the referee about something there. Buckle up. This is going to be a crazy finish. We're not quite to the halfway point of this third period. But this is pretty intense right now. Face-off one over towards Bockwell, who sends it around the rim. Off the puck board, comes right in front, but McDonald is going to be able to move it away. Here's Ryan Hunter with Moore. Hunter waited at the line. Moore stepped in, and that put the play offside as he dumps it in. And now Salak bumped by Moore at center, turned it over to McDonald, back to Moore. Moore tied up by Farmer. Farmer trying to push it back, and now it's cleared away as the Thunderbirds move it ahead. Onto the left wing side, here's Panachik. Panachik in with a shot right into the chest protector of the goaltender, Babin. Shots are 23-18 in favor of Columbus. And the pendulum does swing back and forth here. Thunderbirds right now with some momentum and a couple of chances in the offensive zone. The River Dragons, meanwhile, doing their level best to try to keep it going the other way. Draw to the right of Babbitt eventually here. Once again, they got to back everybody up. Tied up on the circle, pushed back to the top of the circle. It ends up with Kramer. Kramer down low. Try to feed it in front, blocked, but given away right in the slot, but fortunately stolen back. Somro onto the left wing, tipped on down by Jemayev into the corner. He goes in against Kennedy. Kennedy plays it around to the near wing. White tipping it down. Not enough gas or icing as Doherty stops in behind his own net, forced out by Ford. Doherty will reverse it around Bersani, left side. River Dragons ahead here, Somro at center. And he'll force it in on the left side. River Dragons changing it up here. 9:25 to go here in the third, 2-1. River Dragons in the lead. Thornton after it, no icing, they say, on that pass as he's pulled down by Thornton behind the net. Slapped at Stordahan, does get it to center. King's got a delay here before chipping it back in. And that one ends up going on to play. So we're going to get a break. 9:08 to go in the third. 2-1. River Dragons in the lead. Back at the board in a moment. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
Past the halfway point of the third period of game number 1, Continental Division Final. Columbus, Carolina. Game 1 here tonight in Columbus. Game 2, Friday night in Carolina, 7:35. And then, if necessary, Game 3 on Saturday. River Dragons with a 2-1 lead. And Columbus pulled ahead here in the third. Cody Wickline power play goal. Doe and McDonald the assists. Austin Doe has a goal and an assist tonight. That whole line again stays hot. Storjahan, Doe, Wickline. They've been doing yeoman's work here in the playoffs as we have a glass adjustment going on right now. Looks like a stanchion popped loose over there in the northwest corner, so they're going to work on that. Shots right now 23-18 in favor of Columbus. Power plays, River Dragons are 1 for 3. Thunderbirds have had only one chance. Thunderbirds in their last series in 2 games against Blue Ridge had only 5 in total. So it's not like the Thunderbirds have been drawing a lot of penalties here. I do have a feeling that if Columbus is not careful, there will be one more for the Thunderbirds here at least. But the River Dragons ended up with a 5-on-3. Didn't score the 5-on-3, but they scored on the back end of it on that 5-on-4. And that's made a huge difference here. And all of a sudden, the game picked up after that. Again, feeling out process is one way to look at it. But I also think there was a lot of caution between these two teams. Let's face it, there is a couple of years worth of playoff series that were hard fought, and that has earned them respect between these two franchises. And you don't want to be the guy that makes a mistake that loses your team a crucial game, especially in a 3-game series. It's a short series. Anything can happen. And certainly the River Dragons and the Thunderbirds are aware of that. Columbus, with game 1 here at home tonight, trying to wrap that up. And then head down the road to Winston-Salem with a chance to win one of the next 2, just like they did last week. They won here on Wednesday night against Athens. Did drop game 2, but then came back and won game 3. But if this is any indication as to how this game's going to be played, or the series rather, I should say, is going to be played, tight checking, just trying to take your opportunities where you find them, I think that it's going to be some thrilling hockey because it is going to be very opportunistic. If the chance is there, you have to take it, and you have to capitalize. So we've gone into sing-along mode a little bit here. While they're down there fixing the glass in the corner, or at least trying. The shot that we've got on screen is a complete opposite corner of where the glass repair is taking place. They're figuring it out down there. Why don't we take a look at that Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard? Well, we've got a second here. Let's see what's going on in the NHL. All right, into the third period. Capitals still up 2-1 on the Canadians. They lead that series 1-0. And just about to get it underway here about 15 minutes from now. Stars and Avs with the series tied at 1. 10 o'clock puck drop. Oilers are at the Kings. And we are ready to resume. And so we do. River Dragons moving ahead. Here comes Plouffe. Plouffe in on the right side of the shot. Cavallari, big rebound up to the left point. Slahetka will send it around. Wickline trying to get over to the near side. This is taken away by Clay Keeley onto the right wing. And here's Lane King flipping it out to center. Batted on to the left side. Schnapp into the corner against Plouffe. Nate Keeley with a shot, stick to side by Babbitt. Rebound into the corner, into the high slot. Quick chance, that one into the mitt. For the most part, that one was blocked/deflected. Might have even gone wide of the net. But Babbitt says, I'm not taking any chances. And catches that puck. 8:34 now to go in the third. 2-1 River Dragons. Panachik, Pastuka, Salak out there across from McDonald, Moore, and Hunter. This has been the matchup all night. We didn't like that face-off. Let's do it again. Bockwell and Salak both creeping in. Tied up on the dot. Bockwell over. River Dragons possess, and they're able to move it away. Farmer at center on the regroup, feeds it across. Gagnon almost sent it around the rim. Waiting for it is Bockwell as it dies off a stanchion. Rolling puck there. McDonald helps it around, and now off another stanchion to the line and out. Glove down by Bockwell. He'll go to the right side. Kyle Moore cross ice. Hunter around the rim. McDonald to collect it on the backhand. Justin McDonald in space, pushed off the puck as it's moved to center. Panachik turning it to Salak at the line, and offside whistle down. And that offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They are online at oldschoolbarber.com, oldschoolbarbershop.com. So since reservations are now required, I recommend booking yours about 2 weeks in advance, and you can do so through their website and 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Get your sides lined up at Old School Barbershop. Bersani tossed out of the face-off. Jamath will step in. Somro over on the right side, already battling with Kramer. Puck down, and it's pushed back by Jamath. Somro leading it ahead. Bersani making Kennedy move it up the middle. Turned over, fed right back into the zone. Clay Keeling will look on the left wing. Bank it ahead. Kramer deflects it in. Bockwell on it, and he puts it right back out. For the River Dragons, that is the name of the game right now. 200 feet. Make Carolina go 200 feet every single time. Put the puck down the ice, make them regroup, make them go all the way up. Thunderbirds in on the right side. Chance towards the front of the net. That's paddled away by Babbitt. Now turned over again. Here's Jamath. He's got a moment here at center, and he'll get to the stripe and dump it in. That's the other thing. When you dump it in, make sure you gain the stripe at center. Make it a no-doubter. Now it's turned over in the high slot. Storjahan keeps it in on the blue line. Flips it around. Cavallari had it bounce past him. Schnapp trying to play it ahead. River Dragons halfway through a change here. Long shot in. Babin will catch and he'll hold. Now Schnapp going to the front of the net. And now, for the first time really tonight, a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Schnapp wanted to give a snow shower in there to Trevor Babin, but when Scott Doherty is the guy standing in front of the goaltender, that is probably not the optimum time to do it. 6:48 to go in the third. 2-1 River Dragons. Face-off controlled by Columbus. Thornton lost it though behind the net. Runs into Schnapp, falls down. Side of the net. Farmer tried to hook it on goal, could not, and it's cleared back out. And boy, when you can't get it 200 feet, get it at least 100 feet. Make sure it's out of the zone. Right side Gagnon trying to rush into the corner with it. Leaves it side of the net, but that one eludes Schnapp, and it's banked back out by Storjahan. Good clear down by him. Brody Thornton's all the way up here on the forecheck, forcing Farmer back after it. Now onto the left side, Gagnon at center. And he turns it over there with a pass, but it's stolen back by Nate Keeley, but stolen right back by Ryan Hunter, leaving it to Thornton. Thornton pressured. He'll flip it off the glass to center, and now Schnapp. I don't know what happened there. I turned around from, well, I didn't turn around, but from where I was looking, all I see is Schnapp's left glove flying up in the air and then his stick. And Schnapp wants to know what happened. I want to know what happened because I didn't see anybody near him. But, and he's going to try to draw a call, right? And again, Columbus has to be careful because they might end up with one. They're going to drop the puck on the dot at center. Salak wants the face-off in the offensive zone. He's not going to get it. .6:02 to go in the third. The other thing is you don't want to see this game devolve into a dog and pony show here down the stretch. You just want it to stay hockey. Here's a chance around the right side of the net for Kennedy, but he fans in a rolling puck. And now Columbus on it. Ryan Hunter in his skates, but is pulled out by Pastuca. And now pushing back in. Here's Hunter. He's got room. A wrist shot and a right pad save. Cavallari as Hunter on the far side. Moore was knocked down, lost his stick. Salak on the left wing. I also think as time ticks down again, and that's kind of been the good thing about the way the game's been called tonight. It has required an obvious penalty to get a power play. So as long as the River Dragons try to play a hard-nosed game but keep it clean, hopefully they'll be all right. Somro forces a turnover at center. He moves in. Fan on a pass, though, trying to go across to Jamaev. And now it's turned over again. This game has also gotten kind of sloppy. Here's Bersani on the right side. In with a drive. Tipped to the glass. And around out to center. But Kramer with speed right side. But Bach will knock it away. White following, though. White in with a shot. And off the outside of the mesh. It wraps its way around to the left point. Farmer puts it wide. And on the far side, Ford feeding the right point. Kept in there. Shot is blocked on the way through. And now Somro to center. Flips it ahead to Jamaev. Jamaev will send it in. Bersani up after it, forcing Cavallari to backhand it around. Bersani stays up there. Farmer up the right side. Thunderbirds changing it up here at the line. Picked off. Columbus the other way. They've got numbers. River Dragons pushing on the left wing. There's a shot blocker save. Cavallari. Puck into the far corner. Thornton on his own rebound. Trying to move to the near side, but now the Thunderbirds away, and that's the other thing. If the D push, the forwards have to be aware. Into the right wing, centering feed. Storjahan knocked it away to the line, but not out. Kept in by Kennedy on the right side, and now knocked down over there. And Wickline away to center with it. Thunderbirds wanted a penalty, but Wickline got all puck and then some on that one. Kennedy going the other way, trying to move it ahead off the skated dough. It goes into the Thunderbirds bench. We are down to 3:41 to go here in this third period as Schnapp bangs the glass in frustration. 2-1, River Dragons in the lead. Stick around for the exciting conclusion of Game 1. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
.41 to go in the third. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. 2-1, Columbus in the lead. Face-off is outside the Thunderbirds line. We are currently 5-on-5. Keep an eye on Mario Cavallari in the Thunderbirds net. He may begin to creep out. And I'm sure Carolina has it at some point in their plans to get the extra man out if they don't tie it before. McDonald will swing it back the other way. And again, that's the other thing. They've been getting, the River Dragons have been doing a nice job getting to the center stripe, not taking icings. That needs to continue as they wedge this one out. Clay Keeley puts it back in from center. And now a chance ahead, tipped down by Kyle Moore. Cavallari behind the net. Swinging around to the right side. Justin McDonald waits there. He tried to feed it around, hit the ref in the skates. And now Kennedy. Right side ahead to Butina. Butina trying to cut in. And he is ridden off by Bockwell. Nice job by Bockwell. Just take the body. Simple game. Turned over Jamaev in his own end. There you go. Get it outside of the blue line. This is exactly what Columbus needs to do. Bersani right by an open bench door. Somebody shut that door. My goodness. Bersani still trying to push along into the zone. Farmer turning it the other way. Somro Battling for it, ends up back in with Bockwell. Bockwell across to Underwood. Cavalieri remains in the net, 2.5 to go. Underwood up the left side. He'll poke it deep and stay up on the forecheck. Into the corner after it. Far side, it's played away from Somro. Panachik is out there hanging at the blue line looking for the home run pass. Thunderbirds do that. There goes Cavalieri. And now the net is empty. Extra man is on as the puck is sent down the ice. It is in behind Kennedy. There'll be no icing. Columbus changes it up. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Game 1. Columbus leads it 2-1. Turned over at the line. Doe will feed it back to the D. Flip the line, not out. Salak gloves it down over for the one time, and it's ripped wide. That's the first real mistake Columbus has made on a clear. Let's see if they can get this one out. They do. Wickline across, and here's a chance. Empty net. Storjahan! Alex Storjahan into the empty net makes it 3-1 River Dragons with 1:37 to go. And Columbus on the edge of taking Game 1 at home. Unselfish play by Cody Wickline. Sending that pass across. Didn't have the best angle to shoot. He knew it. Storjahan wide open on the left wing. Puts it away. And now the frustration showing on the Thunderbirds bench, especially on the number 6. Schnapp is just yelling at anyone who will give him an audience, and probably even a few people who won't.
River Dragons empty net goal scored by number 4.
Cavalieri to the bench again. Body spilling everywhere.
Number 10, Cody Wickline. And number 17, Austin
Doe picks up another point on the night. Chance towards the net. Babin the save. Out the near side. Thunderbirds need 2, and they're going to push. There's time. 1:10. Shot from the point. And a save made. Babin. Glove saved through traffic. As Gagnon let it go from the right point. And that is a big save at a crucial time. How about Austin Doe? Goal and 2 assists tonight, and a timeout now, Carolina. I didn't expect the Thunderbirds were going to give up, and they definitely won't. Established in 1975, Sweetbriar Fine Cigars is Georgia's oldest cigar shop. Sweetbriar has the finest selection of fresh, imported, handmade premium cigars. Enjoy your favorite in our relaxed, comfortable seating area. There's also a full line of accessories and custom blended pipe tobacco. Ask about the veteran and military discounts available, also the loyalty program and volume discounts. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. Sweetbriar is located in the upper level of the landings on Whitesville Road, just off Airport Thruway. Online at sweetbriarcolumbus.com. Okay. 6 attackers for the Thunderbirds, who now trail 3-1. 1:08 to go in the third. River Dragons on the cusp of wrapping up game number 1. Now we're going to either reset or hold the clock for 1 second. We're going to hold it. Face off to the left of Babin. Jemaev tying it up. Puck still in the circle. Jemaev in his skates. Lost it. There's a chance at the front of the net. Blocked by the River Dragons. Backhanded down the ice. A rolling puck that's going to skid wide of the empty net. An icing call as White back for the touch. Now 54.3 seconds to go. I will say this. I know you'll hear from a lot of coaches or a lot of hockey people, they don't like an icing with an empty net. When you have a 2-goal advantage, I don't mind it, especially if you trust your centers to win draws. And in this case, winning a faceoff is not just on the center. It is on every guy wearing a red jersey on the ice. You get into that pile. Jemaev is in across from Ford here. But I don't mind it. You've got a 2-goal advantage. You might as well try to take the shot. The third goal is a dagger if you get it, but if you don't, you have that draw coming up and a chance to reset. Here's White, off angle. Oh, right in on goal. Dangerous deflection, but it's stopped. And held by Babin. That one went right off the skate of Underwood, but Babin got the pad down. And he holds on. 44.2 seconds to go in the third. Ford in across from Bersani on the near side here. They're going to back up Bockwell and Kramer. The linesman goes over to have a word with him. It's one back to the left point. White with a shot. Stick to side by Babin. Puck free behind the net. Panachik, near side Ford, into the high slot. White with a shot, blocked by traffic, diving, swipe, Somro gets it out, and now a chance of the empty net for Jemaev, in on the wing, he scores! Wrap it up, put a bow on it, Game 1's going to the River Dragons! .26 seconds to go, 1934, time of the empty net goal. And Alexander Jemaev has his first point of the playoffs. It will cement the victory here for Columbus.
'71, Alexander Jemaev. Assisted by number 18.
10 seconds to go.
1934.
Bockwell with the assist. Puck at center. Columbus will send it down. Schnapp with a little extra for Thornton, but that's it. Game's over. River Dragons are going to win Game 1, 4-1. And now in the best of 3 series, the River Dragons have a chance to wrap it all up on Friday night. We're going to take a break and come back in our Pepsi postgame show. Stay tuned. 3 stars of the game coming your way. We're back with more here in a moment. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have the real deal. Applebee's really big meal deal for only $9.99. Choose our new juicy hand-breaded Big Cluckin' chicken sandwich. Or the stacked classic bacon cheeseburger, plus fries and a drink, all for just $9.99. Applebee's really big meal deal. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text Enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Back back here in the Pepsi Postgame Show. We're awaiting our 3 stars of the game. Down on the ice, we'll have an interview with our first star. Let's turn it over to PA announcer Dana Barker. I guess we weren't quite ready for 3 stars just yet.
All
there
right,
we go.
It's now time for tonight's 3 stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star scored the game-winning goal for the Dragons, number 10, Cody Wickline. Tonight's 2nd star for the Dragons with 21 saves, number 72, Trevor Babbitt. And tonight's 1st star of the game with the 3-point night, number 17, Austin Doe.
How about a Dozer with a goal and 2 assists tonight? That is a big, big game. On to the veteran.
A throwdown down to ice level. Here's Dozer with foul.
I'm here with Austin Doe. I got a couple questions for you. How big is it to get that win at home with all the pressure of Carolina?
It's massive. I got me getting definitely serious. It goes a long way, and a little bit of confidence knowing we can get the job done and just keep going on.
And how do we get that W on the road this weekend?
Kind of play the same way. We played relatively well tonight. I think we clean it up. We clean it up all the time. It was just big going out. Sometimes our ice gets back and it's going over. So getting enough goal, just locking it down.
Yeah, and how about that crowd tonight? It's small but mighty on a Wednesday. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's awesome. We appreciate you guys so much. It is Wednesday night. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, Austin Doe, 1st star of tonight's game. So we will step aside in this Pepsi post-game show. When we come back, we've got a scoring wrap for you, plus an out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zip In. We'll update the NHL playoffs as they are on their quest for the Stanley Cup and the Major League Baseball season as well. Braves fans, I've got some news for you. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Back here on the Pepsi Postgame Show, Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you for joining me here as we wrap up this Game 1 victory for your Columbus River Dragons. A 4-1 win for Columbus over Carolina. Actually, a much closer game than it sounds by the final score. Definitely reflected in the play in this one. As a matter of fact, the Thunderbirds got out to a 1-0 lead at 8:59. It was a goal from Zach White, his first of the postseason. Kennedy, and now an assist added to Whalen. And that was the only goal of the opening frame. River Dragons had a power play but couldn't score on it. Power plays are hard to come by tonight, but they do factor into the storyline in this game. In the second period, it was Austin Doe tying it up from Storjahan and Underwood at 8:55. Great shot by Doe. Far circle, looking across, a wrist shot to the blocker side, back across the grain on Cavallari, who was moving to his left. Shot went back to his right, beat him inside the far post, and the game was tied at 1. Then, in the third period, the River Dragons ended up with a little bit of 5-on-3 time. They didn't capitalize on the 5-on-3, but on the back end of that 5-on-4, Columbus, and I just got done saying they're going to have to score off the rush if they're going to do anything, and they did exactly that. Chaos in front of the Thunderbirds' net. There was a collision. A couple of defensemen were down for the Thunderbirds, along with the River Dragons forward, and the puck free in the high slot. Cody Wickline collects it and backhands it home over a sprawling Mario Cavallari, his fourth of the postseason from Doe and Justin McDonald at 6:33. And that puts Columbus ahead 2-1 and sets the stage for a wild finish. It was almost as if someone flipped the switch at that point in the hockey game. All of a sudden, the energy was there, the trepidation was gone, and I really feel like it was 47 minutes of feeling each other out tonight between the Thunderbirds and the River Dragons. But the moment Wickline broke that tie, things changed. And Carolina started pushing, but They tried to flip the switch, and a couple of times they did have some really good scoring chances. Babin made some excellent saves down the stretch, but they also turned the puck over at center a lot. I think they tried to push the play a little bit beyond their capacity, and it resulted in those turnovers, in those miscues, and probably took them out of a couple of potential rushes for scoring chances. And the River Dragons would eventually turn those into not one, but two empty net goals. The first one, Alex Storjahan, his fifth of the playoffs from Wickline and Doe at 18:23, made it 3-1. Well, Carolina would pull Cavallari again because 2 goals. They had enough time. Minute and a half is plenty of time, but they couldn't score again. Instead, it was Alexander Jemayev who nets his first of the postseason from Nathan Bockwell at 19:34, and that cements the win for the River Dragons. So 4-1, your final here tonight. And that huge power play goal from Cody Wickline, really the difference in this one. So 1 for 3 on the power play for the River Dragons, 0 for 1 for the Thunderbirds. Shots by period for the River Dragons, 9 in the first, 6 in the second, 13 in the third for 28, 5, 10, and 8 for 23 for Carolina. And the River Dragons, big Game 1 win here at home, now heading on the road, 7:35 on Friday night for Game 2. Columbus, as they did previously, have 2 chances to wrap this series up. If they win one of the 2 coming up this weekend, and of course Game 3 is only if we need it, then Columbus can move on to the Commissioner's Cup Final. So definitely looking forward to that. We're going to have the game for you here on the YouTube channel, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Most importantly, click the bell, because that'll give you the notification when the broadcast is starting. You won't forget that the broadcast is kicking off, and you will be here in time to catch opening puck drop when the River Dragons take on the Thunderbirds on Friday night. All right, let's take a final look back at the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard for you. No other games in the league tonight. Binghamton series with Port Huron kicks off Friday night. And in the NHL, Capitals 3-1 beat the Canadiens, and Washington now leads that series 2-0. Just underway, Stars and Avalanche, no score yet there. Top of the hour, you got Oilers and Kings getting it going. In baseball, we had some finals from earlier, including the Braves with a win 4-1 over the Cardinals. Then you've got Tigers 6-0 over the Padres, 4-3 Mets beat the Phillies in 10, 5-2 Reds over the Marlins, 5-1 Yankees over the Guardians, 4-3 Nationals over the Orioles, 8-5 Mariners beat the Red Sox, and 7-6 Cubs hold on to beat the Dodgers. By the way, the Rockies-Royals game is still showing as a delayed start. They have not yet postponed that game. It is still in a delayed start. So going on right now, you've got Rangers at Athletics just about to get underway. Top of the first, Brewers-Giants are scoreless, as are the Pirates and Angels. That's actually in the mid-first. Bottom of the first inning, Rays and Diamondbacks also scoreless. Bottom of the sixth inning, 3-3 tie, White Sox and Twins. And then top of the eighth, Astros still up 3-1 on the Blue Jays. All right, well, that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. I want to thank Caden Sturgis for doing the producing here this evening, and Xavier Allender, who actually was doing graphics, then had to go pinch hit over on the camera side. But we appreciate you guys staying with us here tonight for this one, a thriller in Columbus, and the River Dragons win Game 1 4-1. So we'll talk to you on Friday night again, 7:35 puck drop. Mark your calendar. We will be there for Game 2. And Columbus with its first chance to wrap up this series here after winning Game 1 at home. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Tom Callahan saying good night.